Welcome to Engineering Discovery Showcase.
We're here to promote their programs.
Do you have any questions about engineering?
If you're passionate about not just to know things, but you would like to make things to help people, to make the world a better place to live, engineering is your calling.
This is information about the drop tower, which is right over here. So there's a container at the top where they can put little experiments in it.
And we do all kinds of things related to water treatment, wastewater treatment, but also just generally protecting the environment, like cleaning up the Water River or...
That shuts down, so these things overheat and draw mysterious amounts of power, and it causes all kinds of problems on board the International Space Station.
You get 20 pieces of spaghetti, 3 feet of tape, and 1 marshmallow. The marshmallow has to be on top.
No, because tension will make it a little stronger.
We should retape that. I have an idea.
We're talking about getting kids into robotics, and when we're talking about doing outreach to the schools.
These robots are intelligent, so they decide what they're going to say based on what other robots have said before them. This has not been pre-programmed with dance moves. It decides where it's going to go next based on where it is now, and it chooses on every beat where to go.
What wound up happening is the air coming off of these control fans, it would tweak the air just enough that it would actually rotate it backwards.
A lot of other schools, they use stuff with ATVs, they use stuff from snowmobiles. So the salt water from the ocean has actually infiltrated the groundwater, and so when they pull water out of the wells, it's got salt in it, and you can't drink that.
So every time you load any sort of a structure whatsoever, it's going to bend.
Our wind tunnel, so we can have anything from very simple flows to study the fundamentals of fluid mechanics all the way to very complicated flows.
And so it's creating these sort of patterns of turbulence. And it's actually one of the hardest problems there is.
Water treatment system designed for developing communities to treat surface water for 3,000 people.
So we know that they happen in California, and we know that they happen in Seattle. Why aren't they happening in Portland?
They'll get all this information back from DMV, registered driver, insurance. They have to figure out does the license plate match the car because it was stolen.
We've been conceptualizing how we're going to get that head up to 25 miles an hour.
It's open source gaming though. That's the point.
Scroll wheel solves all your problems.
Remember, you can right click to use a grappling hook.
I just got thrown off a cliff by my own gun.
We say, now we're going to learn how to solder. And we have soldering irons we take out here. Or now we're going to learn about voltage dividers.
This is mostly done by electrical engineers. Also, the things that are very important for us would be physics and math. And also, there's a great deal of computer programming and computer science involved.
I think the coolest thing has been seeing students that maybe have no exposure at all to any of this stuff before just dive in and start taking apart computers. Oh, what's that?
Oh yeah, that's a floppy drive. Yeah, so that's the hard drive. And you should be able to open it. What's this? And that's where all of the memory is stored.
It's about movement disorders, in particular regarding Parkinson's disease. They do a movement, say like this, and the doctor will score them. What we're looking to do is capture that movement so that it can be analyzed digitally.
So I'm using an HD webcam to capture one of these tapping tests.
And we look at signatures from marine wildlife and ships and try and develop computer algorithms that extract signatures from a sound sample.
One of the cool features of this glider is that it can actually come to the surface and stick the back end out of the water like this. And that fin you see is actually an iridium satellite antenna.
We do yearly competitions. This was last year's, and this is going to be this summer.
Say, what does CAT stand for? Smart.
Computer Action Team. There's a lecture where you learn how to set up computers, configure them.
The other thing we do for people in the brain dump is write all of this stuff here, and that's kind of a sandbox where they can put all of this knowledge that they're getting from the program in practice.
On your right is the Computer Action Team Data Center, bringing everything together, all the services, all the resources, making them available everywhere by centralizing it all here.